My name is Quadre. I'm 13 years old and I'm in grade 10, which is SS1 here. I study in Morocco. I study on an American system online, Global Student Network, and I like playing tennis. And apart from playing tennis, I also want to be a lawyer.
She's sweet, young and smart. A month ago, Oyinlomo Quadre had no ranking points. She was yet to play any tournament on the International Tennis Federation Junior Circuit. But after a successful West African tour, the 13-year-old has quickly risen up the ranks, now lodged at an impressive 433 in the World Junior Rankings. She won all her matches during the tour without dropping a set, claiming all 3 titles on offer, 1 in Benin Republic and 2 in Togo. She defeated opponents far older and far more experienced than she is. Such remarkable rides have surprised many, including Quadre herself.
It makes me really happy. Last month I didn't expect this would happen because I've never played any ITFs, and then I was going to Togo and Benin to play my first ITF tournaments, and I expected it to be tough because I've been hearing about how tough ITF tournaments are. I just started practicing from Morocco. I've been practicing to make my first points. Before we traveled, coach asked us, the players, to write what to expect in the tournament. But then I wasn't thinking straight. Like I said, okay, first leg quarterfinals, second leg semi-finals, third leg finalists, something like that. I just wanted to improve after every match and after every leg. That's what I planned for.
Quadre comes from a tennis-loving family, and at the tender age of 3, she was already accompanying her siblings to the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club. For someone so young and talented, surely she must have inherited her skills from her parents.
So every time they go somewhere, I always go with them, and most of the time they go to the tennis court, so I go with them to the tennis court, and most of my days I was in this club. After school, I come here every single day.
And unsurprisingly, her parents were a big influence in her career, and she's full of praise for them.
They've been very important because tennis is a very expensive game. Like, it costs a lot, and they've been helping me financially and morally with everything I really need. Apart from tennis, they've been helping me with my school and everything I really need in life, and I would say thank you to them.
Her parents have been a great inspiration, but you will not be surprised to know which other person Oyinlomo looks up to.
Serena, because almost every black girl wants to be like Serena. The fact that she doesn't care what the white thinks about her, and really the white, they think the tennis is for them only, and mainly in junior years they are the ones leading in the ranking and everything, but Serena is the only one that gives the black players hope that they can actually become like Serena. I'm not yet that tough, but I really want to be more tougher than her.
A budding tennis career can be quite expensive to manage. Youngsters have to play constantly to rise up to the rankings, and the financial burden involved in transportation and accommodation has brought many careers to a premature end. Mr. Quadre has so far managed to pull it off for his daughter, and he is not ready to quit just yet.
Well, I have to give all the glory to Almighty Allah in this area, because initially I saw it as going to be an obstacle, managing tennis with education, but God guides and give us the opportunity to do it. Luckily, when she was young, she always followed her sister to AC's tennis. She was about 3-4 years old then. That's where coach started advising me that this girl will play tennis. I should continue encouraging her. Every parent, I'm sure every parent wants the best for his or her children. And that is my aim, that's my goal.
Quadre needs as much support as she can get. Regardless of the obstacles, Oyinlomo is determined to carry on, and she is very clear about her goals.
First, let's say my maybe midterm goals right now for the next 1 year. I really want to play junior US Open. next year, and to play that I have to be top 200 or top 100. It's going to be really tough because I have to keep playing lots of tournaments. I'm playing 2 ITF tournaments in Morocco next month, which I'll be going back to Morocco on Saturday to prepare for the tournament because it's going to be on clay court. So I have to get back to my clay fitness. So I really hope to get to the top 200. That is by doing good in the tournaments in Morocco, which is next month, and I also want to play other ITFs in Kenya and other countries because that's the only way I can improve my ranking.
Oyinlomo will soon be heading back to the International Tennis Federation High Performance Center in Morocco. She was there in 2015 on part scholarship, but she now has attained full scholarship following an impressive stint at the center. The teenager is grateful for the opportunity to develop in such a professional setting.
Yes, at a point in time you start thinking, can you really cope? Because it's like a lot of plans set up. Like here, I don't have any plans for today now. It's like as it comes, I just do it. But there, it's like I have a set up plan, and sometimes it gets difficult, and then you want to give up. But after you start thinking, okay, yeah, I'm training like a professional, then I should be able to play like a professional. So, like everything is about professionalism.
Morocco is a very long way from home, especially for such a young person. And as Daddy Quadre admits, it's never been easy to break up at the airport, but it is one that has to be done.
Well, I know this life, you have to at least sacrifice something for you to achieve something if you really want to grow. Life is you gain some and you lost some. I mix the love I have for her within that period, but I still have to bear it because I want good for her. I want the best for her in life. That's why we always cry when we get to the airport. She will be crying, we will be crying. She don't want to leave us, we don't want to leave her. But I always tell her, we have to leave you at this moment because this is what we want for you. So after we console ourselves and we just go ahead. But now she has overgrown all that. She's stopping all that childish this thing. There's something I can do. Then, as I've said, God is always with me, and God is guiding us.
While she's away in Morocco, one thing that would definitely hurt Oyinlomo is the inability to be close to the other Nigerian girls she has formed a bond with.
Yes, the Nigerian girls were not a lot, so it's like every single person, we are all friends, yeah, and not all of us got the chance to play the ITS. And most Nigerian girls, like it's Nigerian girls who are playing really good, like maybe better than the boys, but they give up at an early stage because of financial reasons. Like there are some good players here now, but how many people? I don't know, maybe just 5 girls, me, Angel, Twin, Venus, Peace, have gone to the ITF tournaments before. The rest, they just keep playing the tournaments here. They've never had the chance to go there, and then soon you will see that they gave up, but they've been playing really well.
Quadre currently holds the national junior #1 ranking, and this ambitious young lady has surely got her sights set on the senior #1, Melissa Ifijem. Both ladies met at this year's CBN Open, an experience Quadre learned a lot from.
Mentally, it wasn't difficult at all because I went on the court thinking she's a very good player, she's the seeded one. I'm the seed 1 in junior. Okay, let's play her because I would gain more experience. I didn't go on the match thinking I would win. I just went and I played, and then that's how everything happened. Start getting tough, and then start thinking, okay, I can actually win this match.
And will the result be different when they meet again?
It's very possible.
While everybody raves about the talent of this new kid on the block, no one knows better than the man who has been with her since she was a little child. Coach Abel Ubiebi has no doubt about the quality of this young star.
Oyinlomo is very, very talented. Talented beyond my own imagination, because if you tell her one, before you know it, she's on this 5th step. So it makes life easy for me as a personal coach. She sees herself as a champion, and she's able to really execute it. So that is what we'll just few more tournaments for her. We're talking about US Open. If things works out, if she can play an average of about 6 or 5 tournaments between her now and March next year, I think she will play even French Junior Open, but she needs that financial support.
Strong words there from Coach Abel, matching the confidence of his word, and he has plenty of ammunition to fuel his confidence. Oyinlomo Quadre has already taken giant strides in such a short space of time. From being non-existent in the rankings at the end of August to shooting up to 433 by the end of September. That is testimony to the talents of the girl. At 13, she is at the right age. And if she keeps playing as much as she should, that goal of getting into next year's US Open Juniors looks a foregone conclusion. And then, more will definitely follow.